Hello and welcome to another update video about Matic. Matic chart currently all according to plan. There is currently absolutely no change. The wave count is being followed, and also the ascending trend channel that we discussed is still holding. And that's exactly what I would prefer as well, because I think a break below the trend channel's lower boundary line would have bearish implications, even though it would not rule out that we are still in a wave 4 correction as indicated here. It would still indicate some weakness, and this wave 4 will grow quite massive. So what I would prefer is a more direct move to the downside in this C wave, possibly targeting 124, 144 even in an extended scenario. Whereas the $1.11 level is sort of the minimum I'd like to see. And that would be that wave C of 5. And what I highlighted to you is that, the trend line is important. What is more important, though, are the Fibonacci levels. So primarily, we're following the yellow wave count anyway. As you know, if you followed previous videos, it's a diagonal structure. I also told you that corrections are always frustrating, especially a wave 4. If we're dealing with a diagonal structure as this one is, in addition to a wave 4, then it's extremely challenging to determine when actually the wave 5 has started. I think it was last week when I highlighted to you that I prefer that this fifth wave is now unfolding, but it will be a rocky road because the wave 5 would be an ABC structure. So the wave count hasn't changed at all. Just be aware that in an ABC structure, we have to expect setbacks where you would normally not expect them in an impulse, frequent setbacks, headwinds, because it's just corrective, and corrective structures always change, they always morph. But at the moment, it's all looking okay. We have off this swing low that was made here on the 21st of November, an ABC structure complete. I count that as the first A wave of this ABC structure. This move down, maybe it completed already the B wave. At this stage, until we break above 94.5 cents, we still have to consider a lower B wave. I explained in yesterday's video that B waves can even overshoot to the downside. That's not great and it's frustrating, but possible. And then the C wave down could start basically at any time. Ideally, in a diagonal, I prefer the C waves to be impulses. That's also what did lead this third wave so high. So the fifth wave, we should be able to recognize when the C wave is running, because it should be quite aggressive, ideally. Okay, not will, but should. And then, targeting $1.11, $1.24, maybe in an extended scenario, even $1.44, $1.45. And as long as the 64 cent level, which is our firm support, is holding, the yellow wave count will remain the primary scenario. After all of these 5 waves are complete, we would expect, we call that a wave 1 then, and we are then watching for a wave 2 pullback, which will give us another entry point, support zone, for example, for pullback traders, like this one was as well. Just a more reliable one, actually, because after 5 waves up, it increases in likelihood that in a pullback, the higher low is going to hold. And that we, however, then after that higher low, will form a impulsive rally in a third wave. So therefore, this can be quite an interesting setup from a reward and risk point of view. But only if the 64 cent level breaks, a more bearish scenario is going to unfold, most likely. The yellow one will not be invalidated, but it will significantly reduce in likelihood, because I don't trust a wave 4 that would retrace more than the 61.8 retracement of the wave 3 in a diagonal. And a more bearish scenario would be the white wave structure, in which we're coming down in a C wave, possibly into the area between 41 and 50 cents again, maybe even lower, but we'll see. At the moment, that's not the preferred scenario. That's my update about Matic. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.